Suerte que el sur hayas nacido y que burlemos las distancias. Suerte que saberte conocido y por temar tierras extrañas que puedas cavar en los Andes solo.
A lot of people don't understand that this is built in, the morning of the show. Our days start at 5 in the morning and end at 3 in the morning.
This is a 14 truck show. That's relatively large. 25 tons is a lot.
We start in a very confident place, and it's a very well-oiled machine.
Lasers are being wired up and front of house set up at that point. We just go in our order and it takes most of the day.
It goes in about 6 hours and comes out in about 3.
This just fills every building out that we've played, and it's designed well to fit into those spaces.
Literally at every single show, when the lights go out and everyone cheers, is the whole reason why I do this.
Typical day starts at 7 a.m. Wake up my drivers and get them all on specific radio channel so they can hear me. Meet with the stage manager or production manager, and he gives me the order of the day. And it's usually the same after the first show. Trucks come in at the same time, same way, go out the same way at night. We're up again at 10 o'clock, about an hour before the show's down, make sure my drivers are awake. Then we get in and actually go to work and drive. And go to the next show, which could be anywhere from, well, we've had shows as short as 60 miles to over 1,000 with a single drive day. We haven't been able to make it due to weather conditions, accidents, breakdowns on vehicles, probably half a dozen times in 30 years. When we did the show in Toronto, they had a major cloudburst basically over the city, and the streets flooded so rapidly that the water had nowhere to go. Toronto, for the loading docks, are subterranean. They're below street level, and there's a ramp down and a ramp out to get it in and out of the location. Well, all that water up above that flooded decided to come down, and within 25 minutes I was knee-deep in rain and sewer water that came out of the sewers. Give up is not an option. We make it. As I say, the show must go on. It's a great lifestyle, but if you're going to tour, it's something you're going to dedicate your life to. I don't have the typical 9-to-5 job. I'm not behind a desk. I'm outside. I meet new people every day. I still love my job after 30 years.
This is a 14 truck show. That's relatively large. 25 tons is a lot, and that means that we need to come up beforehand with solutions to kind of spread that weight out, for example. My mark out is at 5 in the morning. So I go in before anybody else. We mark out the floor. Nobody can do anything until I've got a head start. Obviously, when we walk in the morning, the arena is completely empty. Lights, sound, video, and lasers, pyro, all needs to hang off the roof. And to facilitate that, I oversee the installation of the hoists. This is a good old-fashioned chain hoists. Somebody goes up in a roof with a rope and pulls them. The thing about rigging is that it stayed the same, very much so. Especially on a show like this that doesn't have any moving parts during the show, no sliding video walls or anything else. This certainly just fills every building out that we've played, like the O2 and the Bercy, and it's designed well to fit into those spaces. So you have to show interest in the job itself. You have to work really hard, be able to be a team player, and then you have to be in the right place at the right time. I love it, yeah, it's the best job. Yeah, I definitely love what I do.
I have to go through the day in order as everything gets set up, so we have to wait for the rigging to be done, and then as the lights are being placed, we have some things on their trusses, and as that flies, we get that, and the set pieces have pyro on them, so we add to that. And then when that goes up, we get other things in place. Lasers are being wired up and front of house set up at that point. And eventually the stage rolls into place and we could set all of our other confetti units and smoke machines and everything else into place. And we just go in our order, and it takes most of the day. And we're up to show, do the show, and then take it all out and go to the next one. A lot of inspections on our end and demos and safety checks. We do things that are dangerous, but we always work within the rules of the local laws and deal with the fire marshals at every venue. Weeks or months ahead of time, they get a booklet with our plans and everything, and they approve that. Then once we're set up, they have to come do a visual inspection, make sure we're under the guidelines, and if they need to see demos of certain things, then we show them that. Flames have moving heads. When they're on stage, when the flames are going, she's in pretty close proximity to them. She's really good about being where she needs to be so that I never have to miss a cue. In rehearsals, yeah, we talked quite a bit. Very friendly, very personable, and she definitely knows what she wants. All the pyro definitely has to be placed and fired when it is supposed to, and the band and everybody on stage is really good at knowing where they need to be at that time. It's easy to get along with people that you're working with around here. That's the best part about it. Honestly, I didn't know this aspect of it existed when I started working in it. The guy I was working for at the time got a call to help out with this company, and we did one show with them, and I was like, that's really cool. It's something I'd like to do more of. It is exciting, it's fun. It's cool seeing how it all works and then making it work, and it's really neat.
My role is the Live Nation touring rep on behalf of Live Nation. A lot of my work is done preliminary to the tour, making sure all of the different departments are connected. So when I actually get to the actual arena, those parts should be all working nicely together. And my day turns into math, ticketing, and putting out any kind of fires that might need to be put out.
Hey, Spencer, can I see you up front in my office?
Copy that. Brent Donnelly.
We had to reschedule a show. She was supposed to do 2 shows back to back. She wasn't feeling well after the first show, so a lot of things had to go in motion once it became apparent that she wasn't feeling well, and there was a really good chance that she wasn't going to do the show.
You guys got to give us a minute.
And that starts with management letting us know. It goes to the production manager, who takes it to the building manager, and the accountant takes it to the building booker to find out, is the building available? What's it going to cost us to do the show? Can we still do the show? Do we have the crew? It's a holiday weekend, everything. So everyone brought a little piece of their world to the table, and within an hour and a half, 2 hours tops, we had the solution, which was to load out and load back in and come and do it all over again. There's so many logistics that goes into touring around the world. Just getting us across it's a production in itself, and if you have the right people involved in that preparation, then those logistics just work themselves out. For me as a promoter rep, really, in essence, it's my job to take care of the band, the people, the crew, the whole team, and report to our team and say, you know, this is how it's going, this is going great. Literally at every single show, when the lights go out and everyone cheers, is the whole reason why I do it is everyone is getting exactly what they want in that crowd at that moment because we did it. So for me, that's what it's about.